I'm about to show you the dumbest way I have ever made money online. And honestly, the first time that I heard about this, I thought that there was no way that this would actually work. But then I tried it for myself and it worked so well, I was actually able to quit my 9 to 5 job. Now, I definitely can't promise you results like that. My results are definitely not typical, but what I will do is I will show you step by step exactly how I was able to do that. And the crazy part is, this is so simple, I really think anyone can understand it. All right, so let me start out by showing you an example of exactly how this dumb method works. So I'm here on eBay.com, and a lot of people sell on eBay. I'm sure you've heard of them. They go around to thrift stores, they find old products, like maybe some old sneakers, and go ahead and sell them on eBay. But that's not what we're doing. So check this out. Here's a seller on eBay. They're selling this patio furniture set right here. Take a look at the pictures, see what the product looks like. And also notice that they're selling it here for $199. Now, if you were to buy this product, all this seller is going to do is turn around and buy the exact same product for less money from Walmart. And during the checkout process, instead of shipping it to their own address, they're gonna have it shipped directly to you. This is something called eBay dropshipping. All we're doing is grabbing products from other retail websites like Walmart or Amazon.com, listing them for sale on eBay, and then letting the other website like Walmart take care of all the fulfillment for us. So we don't actually have to hold any of this inventory. We don't have to have inventory in our garage or our basement. We just have Walmart take care of all of that for you. And you can see why this is extremely low risk, because you don't have to spend tons of money on inventory up front. You only buy these products after someone already buys it from you on eBay. So now that you see how this works, let me actually show you how I was able to set this up. And I'm gonna show you this step by step. So first thing you want is, of course, an eBay account. Now, if you already have an eBay account, great. You wanna use the one you already have. Otherwise, just come to ebay.com, and on the top left here, you'll see a button that says register. Now over here, it gives you the ability to create an account, and you'll see that you have the option for a personal or a business account. If you have the option, I would definitely choose a business account. It gives you a couple of more perks than if you just had a personal one. But if you already have a personal one, don't sweat it. The personal one works more than fine. Now, I'm not going to walk you through this entire setup process. You can pause this video and actually do that yourself, because this is extremely straightforward. They're just going to ask you information about who you are, set up a password for your account, all that sort of stuff. Just make sure you're telling the truth during this, because they will sometimes ask you for documents proving that you are who you say you are, and that needs to match everything on the registration. So go ahead and get signed up, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, once your eBay account is registered, I wouldn't do anything else on ebay.com quite yet. There's a lot of settings you can dive into, but honestly, most of them don't matter, because most of it's actually going to be handled for you by this software. So this is a software that I use to actually automate pretty much all of my eBay dropshipping store. As this video goes on, you're going to see exactly how powerful this is and how this will actually enable you to make your business extremely hands-off. So this is it right here. It's called AutoDS, and I'll have a link for it in the description of this video. Now that is my affiliate link, but by using that link, you'll be able to get an entire month's trial for just $1. Normally the trial is just for 14 days, but with my link, you get an entire month just for $1. So go ahead and click on that, get signed up. And during the sign up process, they're gonna ask you where you wanna sell. Make sure you choose eBay, and then they'll actually automatically link to your eBay store for you. And that's what enables all this automation. So you do wanna make sure it's linked up. Now, once you have an account, it will look like this. This is what mine looks like when I'm logged in. And I'm not gonna show you everything that this does, because there's honestly a lot, but I'm gonna show you the most important stuff in this video. And the first thing you're gonna be able to do with this is actually add products into your eBay store. But before we can do that, we actually need to find the right products to sell. Now, when it comes to selling products on eBay, you don't want to sell just anything. It's really important that you do product research, which will find for you the best selling products on eBay, and then you can find something similar. After all, you don't want to list up a bunch of items that are never going to sell. Sell what's already selling. And to help us do that, I use this software right here. It's called Zeek, and this is really designed for eBay dropshippers by eBay dropshippers. And same deal, if you use my link, you can get a trial for just $1, and that is exclusive for my viewers, so do make sure you use that link if you want to try it out. Now, once you have an account, you'll be able to log in and you'll see your entire dashboard right here. And there are a ton of product research tools built into this, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite ones. It's here on the left. It's called Trending Dropshippers. So what this does for you is it identifies other people on eBay who are dropshipping successfully. So for instance, this seller right here has done $30,000 a month with their eBay dropshipping store. This one is doing $21,000 a month with their store. This one is doing $15,000 a month. So just tons of people being very successful dropshipping on eBay. And what you can do is you can click this button right here, and that will actually scan their store and show you exactly what products are selling the best. So for instance, this seller right here, I just scanned their store. You can see they're doing $11,000 a month in sales with their dropshipping store. But more importantly, what I really like is down here. This shows you their most popular products. So for instance, this one right here, it's a swimming pool hot tub tablet dispenser, something you, I guess, leave in your hot tub so that you can keep it clean. And over here, we can see exactly how well this product is selling. So in the past 30 days, this item is sold 47 times. In the past 2 weeks, it is sold 16 times. And in the past 6 days, it is sold 6 times. Now that's a ton of information, but it's very helpful because that's telling us that not only was it popular 30 days ago, but it's been popular in the past week as well. We want items that have sold in the past and that continue to sell now, because that means they're going to sell for you as well. So we identify one of those products. It's a swimming pool hot tub floating tablet dispenser. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't matter. I can't tell you how many products I've sold on eBay, and I don't even know what they do. And this is an example of that. So once we've identified a winning product, and literally that's all we do, right? You don't have to overthink it. We see that this product is selling and it's selling now. That's all there is to this. So once we see that, we can now try to find something similar on our supplier's website. Now, you can use whatever supplier you want. AutoDS works with a ton of them. Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, Wayfair, Costco, all these different websites. Purposes of this, I'm going to use Amazon. So here on Amazon, I search for pool floating chlorine dispenser, and I'm looking at the results here. So what am I looking for? Well, I don't want to sell necessarily the exact same thing that someone else is selling, because if I do, now I'm going to be in competition with this seller. And it doesn't matter. We just know that this type of product does well, so we want to sell something similar. So I'm looking for something similar. I want it to have similar features, but I want it to be as cheap as possible. And luckily, Amazon does a really good job of putting usually the best result at the top. So right here, this is substantially the same product, and it's only $10, just under $10. But for good measure, I'm just going to scroll through the results and see if I find something cheaper that is just as good. And right here, I see something a little bit cheaper, right? It's $9 or $8.50. Do we see anything cheaper than that? No, I see this one, $7.69. So that one's looking a little bit better right there, but that is the cheapest one. And I usually just stick to the first page of the search results because usually that's enough. So right here, this is the one that I want to sell because it's the cheapest and it still has good reviews. So I'll go ahead and open that one up in a new tab and I will save that. And I'll come back to this when we actually go to list our products. But we're not done with product research yet because we found one product. We will now go ahead and do this for the next product as well. And then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. So for instance, this is a flexible pool brush with a back scrub. So here on Amazon, that's what I search for, pool brush with back scrub. And let me look at the results here. We see something like this for $13.79. We see this one is $14.59. That looks more closer to what we were looking at on Zeek, right? Like that. So that would probably be my winner over the other one because this one just doesn't look the same. And do we see anything cheaper than that? Like $14? Oh, right here, $9.99. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with that $9.99. And coming through all the results, I don't see anything cheaper. So I'm going to stick with that one. That was $9.99 right here. I'll open that up in a new tab. But again, we're not done because I would literally go through every single product here. And then once I do that, I can return back to the Zeek dashboard over here and then come back to Trending Dropshippers again and scan other seller stores. Now, I just skimmed the surface of what Zeek can do. There are a ton of product research tools built in here. So there's a lot to explore and so many different ways that you can find winning products to sell on eBay every single day. All right, but now that we've found some products we want to sell, let's actually hop into AutoDS again, and I'll show you how to actually add them. And luckily the software makes it very easy to do. So here inside AutoDS, I'm now going to click on the top left here where it says add a product, and I'll click on single product. Now I'm going to find the product I want to sell, which will sell this one. And all I have to do is copy down the URL. That is it. I don't have to copy every single picture and the description and the title. All you need is the URL. I copy that, paste it in this box, and then click on the orange button. And what you'll notice is it's now grabbing all of the details from Amazon for us. The pictures, the description, and it's bringing it into AutoDS. So here we go. Here are all the details right here. And this gives you the ability and the option to edit any of this so you have the listing on eBay exactly the way that you want. And once I actually list it, it will look like something like this, like a really nice looking listing with nice photos and a nice title and a nice description as well. So here inside AutoDS, the first thing I do is I optimize this title. This title is the one that's given to us by Amazon. This is a good title for Amazon. It's not a good title for eBay. We need to optimize this for eBay. And this is where a lot of sellers get things wrong. And it's where I made a huge mistake when I first got started. I just used the Amazon title and my products weren't selling. But once I learned how to optimize for eBay, my sales really began to take off. So what do we do for that? So what you want to do is return back to Zeek. And on the left here, we have this title builder tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search in here just for generically what this product is. So this is a chlorine floater, and click on search. And what this will tell you is what keywords people search for and use when they are looking for this product right here. And what we can do is we can take all those keywords and we can actually put it into our title. So coming down here on the left are like long tail keywords that are made up of multiple words like float premium chlorine. And on the right are just single keywords. And I use a combination of these to really fill out my title. So first I start with the best keywords, the top keywords, as long as they actually are relevant for our product. So float premium chlorine, if I click right here, you'll notice that in this blank title bar up here, it will actually fill it in with those keywords. What else do we have here? We have this, but this already has a lot of the same words. I'm not going to use that again. And pool chlorine floater. So a lot of these words are being repeated, so it's not extremely helpful. So I'm just going to move on to the single keywords over here. So we need the word pool in there. I'll throw that. We need the word dispenser. We need tablets. We have float already. We need swimming, as in swimming pool. We need floater. And as I'm doing this, notice that right here, it says that the total characters we have are 62 out of 80. So eBay allows you to have up to 80 characters in the title. You want to max that out as much as possible. We're almost there. So let's see if there's any other thing we can throw in there, like dosing we could throw in there, and then chemical. And that about fills it up. So we're at 78 of 80 characters. Now these are all the keywords. They're not in the right order because it's really important that the first few words fully describe what this item is on their own. So let me go ahead and figure that out. All right, so this is what I ended up with. Premium chlorine swimming pool floater, chemical tablets, dosing, dispenser, float. So basically the first few words here, premium chlorine swimming pool floater, those alone describe what this is. If that's all I had, that would be enough for this product, but I just have these other keywords here kind of tacked onto the end, trying to make the best sense of them as I can. But really the most important ones are the first few words. So once we have that, I can go ahead and click right here on the right. This will actually copy it to my clipboard, and then I can return back to AutoDS and paste this in. So now I have a fully optimized title. Let's go through the rest of this listing. Now down here, you'll see that AutoDS automatically does a ton for us. So for instance, it automatically selects a category, it automatically selects tags, It automatically adds shipping methods and does dynamic policies as well, which means it automatically sets up for you shipping, payment, and return policies. The other thing it does is it lists it at a better price. So on Amazon, this is $7.69. We're not selling it for the same price on eBay. We're going to sell it for more. And what AutoDS does is it increases the price. And it increases it enough to cover things like any sales tax you might pay on Amazon, any shipping you might pay, although in this case, we'll get free shipping. Also more for eBay fee, and even more so you actually make a profit. So it factors in all of that when it actually sets a price for it on eBay for you. And then scrolling down here, what you'll notice is that we also have these monitors down here. So the first one is the stock monitoring and the price monitoring. So what those do is, let's say you list this item and suddenly the price goes up. Let's go say it goes up by like $20. Well, you don't want to sell it at a lower price because then you'll lose money. So what the software does is it will raise the price if it sees the price goes up, and it will lower the price if it sees that the price goes down, so you can stay competitive. And if this item goes out of stock, then it's automatically going to go out of stock in your eBay store. And finally, the last monitor down here is auto ordering, which literally means that once someone buys it from you on eBay, the software will actually order it from Amazon for you and enter in the buyer shipping address so it goes straight to your customer. And once that happens, you can actually log into your AutoDS account, come to orders, see all your orders over here, and manage them, but it's all done for you automatically. What else do we have here? Well, it brings in the description right here. Usually you don't have to change anything in there. This had different variations, like different colors. You could list all of those as well, but this only has a single variation. And it brings in all of the images as well. So this is one other place that I like to optimize. So what it does is it will take the main image on Amazon, which is this one right here, and it will set that as your main image on eBay. But I always like to come in and see if I can choose a different image as my main image, so that just in case someone's selling the same product, my listing will look a little bit different because I'll have a better title and a different picture as well, so I will stand out. So this is the default main image, but this one also works as a main image, so I will set that as my main image, just so I stand out. Once I'm happy with the way everything is, all you have to do is click on the top right here where it says Save and Import, and then that item will be live in your eBay store in a matter of seconds. And even though I spent a few minutes showing you how to do this, in reality, once you get the ball rolling, you can find products on Zeek very, very quickly, and you can throw them into AutoDS and get them listed in a matter of minutes, which really allows you to scale up this business. And that's one of the keys with this. If you really want to be successful on eBay, you want to get a system like this down and scale it up. That means using Zeek to find products quickly, adding them into AutoDS and letting them take care of as much automation as it can. And then when you're ready for it, you can even hire virtual assistants for a few dollars an hour who can actually do the research and the plugging into AutoDS for you. So you literally have to do almost nothing to have an eBay store running completely for you. So there you go. That's the dumbest way I have ever made money online that somehow actually works. Now, of course, this was just an introduction into how eBay dropshipping works. If you really want to get serious about this, then you may want to consider joining my eBay dropshipping course. I'll have a link for it in the description of this video. You can go ahead and click on that and see what the course is all about and just see if it's a good fit for you. I've had a lot of successful students go through it, but I do want to make sure that it's the right opportunity for you. So just go ahead and click on it, see what it's all about, and then if you're happy with it, you can come and join the course. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.